Hi, Zulema. Um, let's go over a few things here, which I think this is a very interesting about the contraceptives. And I just wonder sometimes if I think it's okay to interchange the word estrogen perhaps with that too, because that's what it is. But I know that's acceptable to me. So you don't, and I noticed you said contraceptives, you said birth control pills, and I appreciate you shaking that up some and not using the same term. Um, Starting at the very beginning, I know that you started with a statistic, but I'm not sure where all this information is coming from. And what I said is that it really still doesn't appeal to the reader, which is me. Go back to the drawing board, and I just looked up funny quotes about contraception and found this quote from Woody Allen in less than 5 minutes. So it's about contraception. Woody Allen, I know he's not, you can look him up, you'll find all kinds of things on him. Well known producer, director, he even acts in his own movies, and he made Annie Hall. He made a bunch of crazy movies. And he also dealt with movies that had to do with sex. So I found this quote from him really interesting and thought it would be a good way to start your paper. Famous actor, director, and writer of wacky romance movies like Everything You Wanted to Know About Sex and Were Afraid to Ask and A Midsummer Night Sex Comedy, weighed in on the topic of oral contraception with this, perhaps oversimplified anecdote. I have a quote. I have a terrific story about oral contraception. I asked a girl to sleep with me, and she said no. End quote. Woody Allen represents the majority of people in the U.S. who do not realize that avoiding pregnancy is just one of the reasons why girls and women use birth control pills. Then you can go on and talk about the 14%. But you get the reader hooked in because they want to know what this famous guy said about it, because he had movies about sex and all that. So at first you kind of think, oh, well, he's going to say, hey, yeah, get pregnant, whatever. But that's not exactly what he said. And in fact, he had a point in what he said, but it was humorous. And of course, his movies are supposedly funny if you like that humor too. Okay, so here I'm telling you to omit a comma. So just read and see. Let's see, I'm trying to find that one. Affect your life mentally, socially, and whatever. Okay, not really sure where I put that one. Maybe here. Okay, then the first time that you use OCPs, oral contraceptive, and I don't know what the P stands for, then you put it in brackets because the words OCP stands for are not included in the. Okay, yeah. Okay, so if it says OCP here, I'm sorry. Okay, in brackets, just spell it out. So in brackets, you'd say oral contraceptive and then that whatever the P word, replace that with this, but put it in brackets because you're changing it from the abbreviation to the three words. Okay, then here Jones does not have a page number, so that citation is incomplete and should be completed. Okay, so and let's take that opportunity to go down here. And the reason that I want you guys to use, okay, that's a publication. Why I want you to use the database. Number one, you can't go wrong with the information in it. Okay, it's tried and true. It has been looked at by experts and written by experts. And you this right here, it looks like it might have tried to come from something on the database, but if it did, it's not complete. This one definitely didn't. Yeah. See, I don't see any that really have page numbers on them because, okay, here's one. So this is one that we'll have to watch for. I'm going to highlight it. I want you to unhighlight it. But you only have one, and that's Schindler, that has a page number, and the rest of them don't. So, and again, when you get on, and it was fine in your general search that you looked on DuckDuckGo, Google, Yahoo, that's fine. And it was okay to use maybe one or two of those articles, but not the majority of them. So that might count down on your grade if I don't think that the information you put there from those sources is very believable. I'll have to check the sources, but I don't have to do that when you use the Dallas College database. So let's go back up to this. Took some stuff out here. Okay. So there is no page number. So you're going to have to take the page number out wherever you had it. Quoted in Jones. Just take the 3 out. Okay, on this one, and the encounters of personal acquaintances, comma, birth control, and then an ellipsis there. I took these parts out. So, yeah. All right, then here, you just need to go back and look at it over by yourself, and then you can see if you've got any questions in class Wednesday. When you're using it to refer back to birth control pills, that's the pronoun should be they, because pills is plural, so it is singular, so make that they. Then here, the sentence needs a transition to segue from the previous point. So this is your second main point. This is what I suggest, something like this. Beside relieving hormonal issues and menstrual pain, oral contraceptives are effective in treating heavy menstrual bleeding. And then that's what your paragraph will be on. Then here, this is not listed in your works cited. So Monroe is not in there. You need to either take this out, or I think you just need to put Monroe in the works cited, because they have to jibe with one another. J-I-B-E. Okay, this is one of the too many quotations. Yeah. Looks like you're quoting a lot, and I'm not seeing your words in there. So you need to go back and put things as much as you can in your own words. So I took this really long one and I put it in my own words. So I will let you work on that, but you also had, and this might be it. Where is the run on? There is a run on down there. Yeah, there is. So read all of that very carefully, because you do have a run on there, and make sure that that is correct. I do not know. Okay, incorrect in-text citation. Oh yeah, this is not the way you put that there. In fact, the following source is not on your works cited. Okay, so this one is not on your works cited. Let me look. Yeah. What I'm saying is this one right here, this starts with a K, Konitz or whatever. I'm sorry, my vision isn't really good right now. I've been glued to the computer for 13 hours almost. So you need to put that on your works cited if you want to use it, but you still need to paraphrase, put it in your own words. Okay, this is an incorrect in text citation. The following source is not on your works cited. So wait, this is the one that has the B on it also. I think that that's what I meant to put down here. So I'm going to take this out. I meant to put it in a separate thing. I'll take this out so as not to confuse you and to confuse me. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, you need to have this, if you're going to quote them, you need to have them on your works cited. Then this one here, it requires a transition between this and the previous paragraph. So while oral contraceptives have helped women with issues not related to birth control, one estrogen does not help. Oh yeah, cis, or you might say one type of estrogen, or estrogen does not help one kind, or estrogen does not help. You were saying functional cis. I don't understand what the difference is between that and just an ovarian cyst. So I'd go in and I would explain that because I don't understand it. Your reader needs to understand. Then right here, where did you get this information? It looks like an in-text citation is in order here. Okay, but you need to give where you got that from, even if you didn't quote it. But where did you get the information from? Because it looks like you're trying to steal it. You don't want to do that. Okay, this actually supports that oral contraceptives do help cis, but it's supposed to be in your counter argument. So watch where you're putting things. If I misunderstood it, let me know. But I've read it several times, and it sounded like it was for contraceptives. Okay, then this one includes Spano's credentials, so you need to look that person up. Spanos is not included in your works cited. So see, you got stuff here that's not on your works cited page, and vice versa. Then what I'm telling you to do here is put neoplasms. Let's see, where are we? It ends with neoplasms here. And then you put your in-text quotation. And actually, that is not supposed to be a capital N, but when I hit save, it will make it, when I first write it, it makes it a capital letter. Sorry about that. Okay, so nothing in this paragraph supports that oral contraceptives can be bad for a woman. You should work on this. Okay, so you need to work on your counter argument starting here. It's not strong at all. Okay, then here, down to this paragraph, this needs a transition because it's your third main point and your strongest. So you could say something like, negatives aside, while estrogen might not eradicate or get rid of endometriosis, it does help to reduce pain. Okay, and here you need to spell out COC, what that stands for. Then you actually, the first time that's ever mentioned is when you need to spell it out and then put COC in parentheses right after you spelled it out. And from that point onward in the paper, you can put COC. Okay, so this is another way of doing that. Okay, and then I don't know who this source is. Page 7, there's nobody. Page 6, I have no idea, because the only one that we said had a page was this dude, and he's in the 800s. So that doesn't, you need to do something about that because it's incorrect. Okay, so then here, let's take out this full quotation and put more of your words there. For in other words, you could say, however, COCs in quote, external regimens long cycle continues, end quote, remain among practical choices that are also economical and relatively safe, and then put your in-text citation there. Then again, I ask what the source is here. You got to give it to somebody. And then I changed some of this. Do not use first person. Hopefully you've already seen that video that I sent out tonight. We'll go over it in class again. But please watch that very carefully. There's no in-text citation that goes with this one, and no in-text citation with this. So you've got problems because some of these are not in your paper in the form of in-text citations, and some of your in-text citations are not in the form of a source here. So you need to get that worked out. Okay. And that's all I've got to say. And I'll see you tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Bye.